No one taught me how to stop a ball with my stomach. All right. Object manipulation series. This is Paul Marlette in conjunction with the ARPDC on another video to support you with the implementation of the new physical education and wellness curriculum. We've gone through throwing and catching, scope, and sequencing. We just finished up kicking in the last video. This one we're going to take a look at a really quick visualization on how to recognize what stage students are in terms of trapping the ball. So trapping is also another word for stopping. There's two main ones similar to this. We have, what's this one called? You remember? That's right, called a basket. We also have diamonds in the sky for catching, right? Basket and diamond. In this one we have a top trap or a side trap. Which isn't technically a trap, it's actually just a touch. So again, we're going to go through the preparation, the carry-out, and the completion, show you the difference between an emerging student, someone who's developing, someone who's acquiring it, and someone who is fully accomplished, which you'll probably see in every one of your classes. Soccer is a very popular sport. So we're going to do all four of them this time, just from the side, and then we'll switch. All right, so I'm going to show you the emerging first, and from the top trap, and then the side trap. Here we go. Okay, so very clear, body is straight, everything's not doing panic. All they want to do is get their foot on top of the ball, and they'll have a stomp, and they'll sometimes it'll pop out because they press on it so hard. Another thing that will happen is that they'll have their foot up. The heel has to be down, but they'll put a lot of force into it. Okay, with the side trap. Emerging side trap. It's okay if you get into the video. Notice that the ball is moving forward, also moving up. The big thing here is that an emerging side trap, foot's going to be flat, and it's going to actually move into it almost like a kick. Okay, so next one is going to be our developing. Developing is going to be a little different with the top trap. Okay, have a little more touch to it. Foot will be out in front of them. One more time. That's okay. So foot is out in front, heel is down, but the foot stays on top of the ball. Legs are straight. Okay, side trap, emerging side trap, same kind of thing. The ball is still going to be here, but it's not going to move as far. Okay, these ones are pretty subtle. Okay, but when you watch it, foot is still on the ground, and the ball kind of bounces a bit as it comes in. Okay, one of the things you'll often see with someone developing, one more time there, is this. And it'll roll right over their foot. Okay, next level. We're going into the acquired. In the acquired phase, they're still going to start parallel, which is fine. Knees are going to be a little bent and moving, and their shoulders are going to start a little bit over the knees. Okay, that's the biggest piece here, is because once we have our shoulders forward, the ball is going to be stopped, usually a little closer to the body. Okay, so when we're developing, we're here. Okay, there's going to be some movement. You can even do it with 2 feet. Notice how quickly I take the foot off the ball. That's the next phase, is that once they stop it, they don't just Captain Morgan. Okay, it's actually a full stop, but then they get ready to move. Awesome. With the side trap, emerging, shoulders bent. Ooh, that was nice, eh? Comes in. Notice that there's like a knee bend. The foot is off the floor now. So when I stop it, too much? Maybe a little. But that's, those are the fun little things that you can teach kids. As you do it, you tap it. Okay, get your foot off the ground. And why is that key? In the last video, we looked at kicking from the bottom. When you stop the ball in the middle, it actually stops all of its momentum. It can't roll over your foot. Okay, let's go to the advanced. The advanced is going to look slightly different. So the advanced, you're going to see students really on the balls of their feet, and they're also going to be moving a bit. Arms are going to come into play here. Okay? If you watch really good soccer players, their hands are up because it helps you move. So my feet are going, I'm watching. when I do that top trap, okay, I'm actually moving it a bit. I'm not just trying to stomp on it. I'm actually moving it so I can now play it. So I'm moving, moving, moving. I stop it, and then I move it. Lots of quick little steps. There's another one there. This is also going to be done on both sides, right? So you can't be an accomplished soccer player unless you can do every skill on both sides, including shooting. So here, I push it. Notice that the ball actually never stops. Okay, we're going to move to this little tiny ball. Just because I want you to see the side trap. Use different balls with this. Same thing. So the ball is not going to be just stopped. It's going to be played a little bit. So I'm more redirecting it. If it comes in a little harder, I'm going to absorb it, and then I'm going to play it. This also leads up to this notion of protecting. So at the accomplished phase, I'm not just trying to move and stop it, but I'm trying to protect it or to prepare to do something different. Right? So if you've got a group of kids who are good at this, have them do a one-touch control. Comes in, a little harder there, Zoe, sorry. Comes in, whoa! We use a dodgeball now. It comes in, I touch it, then I try and go into my step kick. So you start to develop that flow. So those are the 4 phases. I'll show you those all briefly from the front without all the yattering. So what are the 2 types of trap? We've got a top trap and a side trap. Beginner, literally it's almost like they're trying to stomp on an ant. It's going to move. They got so much force behind it. The brain doesn't know how much to do. They're standing upright. Side trap comes in. There's going to be a full stop. If it goes too far away from them, they're not going to move. Foot's on the floor. Legs are straight. Coincidentally, that's actually one of the big things that you'll notice with a lot of students whose parents aren't taking them outside very much. Sometimes it'll go right over. Got a slightly harder kick. It'll go right over top of their foot. Is that they don't bend down. Okay, in the developing. So developing, it's going to be a little more subtle. It's going to be out in front of them. They'll keep their foot on the top because they're not quite sure what to do with it. Side trap. A little more motion. Foot still down flat. Acquired. Oh, wrong one. My apologies. Acquired. They're going to touch it and then be able to play it. It's going to be very subtle, and then it'll move. Keep their foot on top, much less time. Side trap. Foot's going to start to come up with a little Irish jig. Like so. And the advanced. Okay, we're ready. Now that little move at the top there is an awesome little play. Because what you end up doing is after you trap it, you push it. Anticipating the ball before it even leaves. Side trap, same thing. So as the ball comes in, it's not just a stop, it's a setup. So it's going to be move, stop, and prep to do something else. Right? So pretty simple skill, really fun one to work on. It's going to really improve the quality of the games that you have. And also, it gives kids that skill to get moving and to get low. Right? So chest over the ball is that one big key. Thank you so much. We've got a couple more coming your way. We'll see you on the other side.